Hello, my honors kids. So, we are starting a new unit on geometry, and I hope you're excited. We're actually going to start off with a little throwback here to Fruit Ninja. Do you remember Fruit Ninja? It's a pretty big game about 5 or 6 years ago. I don't remember how long, but it's basically a game. They throw fruit in the air, and you had to swipe it, but don't swipe the dynamite or the bomb, or then you die. So, we're going to start off by playing Fruit Ninja. And the reason we're doing that is because we're talking about cross sections. Now, a cross section is when you are going to take a three-dimensional figure and you are going to slice out a two-dimensional shape from it. Now, I've got my samurai sword here, and I'm going to take the pineapple, the apple, the watermelon, and we're going to slice it. Now, the way that you slice it is going to determine what two-dimensional shape that you make. So what I'm going to do is, let's go to this pineapple first, and I'm going to slice it horizontally. Horizontally means I go straight across, whoosh, like that. Now it's a little tricky to draw what this looks like, but because we're trying to draw in 3D on a two-dimensional surface, do your best. Basically what I did is I'm slicing this whoosh, horizontally, and then I'm saying, if I do that, what two-dimensional shape did that make? And if you kind of take this over and put it right here, you can see that the cross-section here of this pineapple should be a circle. Now, what if I'd sliced it different? Would I get a different cross-section? Yes. So we want to make sure we're paying attention to how we're slicing this, okay? Let's take an apple, for example. This time I'm going to do a vertical cross-section. I'm going to slice it hi-ya, like that. So that is going to slice it straight down. And we're saying, if I do that, let's say I cut it right here, what shape did I make? And you can see it kind of makes an apple shape. I don't know what the name of that is, but it looks something like that. Okay? So now we've done a horizontal cross-section, a vertical cross-section. What we're going to do with this watermelon is take a diagonal cross-section. I'm going to come and slice it hi-ya, like that. So it's going to cut across like that, down and over like that. Should have used a different color because that's green on green. But what shape is that going to make? If I'd gone straight down or straight across, it would have made, or straight down, it probably would have made a circle. But now that I've gone diagonally, that circle gets a little skewampus. It's going to look, oh, that was not a good oval. But that's an oval, better known as an ellipse. It's better for you to call it an ellipse because that's moving forward what we're going to call it. So the idea here is that we're taking a three-dimensional shape and we're then looking at it, a slice of it, in 2 dimensions. Now this is fun to talk about. Let me actually just show you some fun things here. Guess what you get if you take a cross-section of a kiwi? A kiwi. Get it? Alright. This one, Calvin and Hobbes, he says, ugh, a cross-section of a dachshund. That's a wiener dog. No thanks. She said, that's baloney. Pretty funny. There's actually a book at the library. It was cross-sections of Star Wars, where they would take a Star Wars ship and slice it and let you look at it, see what it's like on the inside. Pretty interesting. When I was in Vegas a few years ago, I went to the Bodies exhibit. And maybe you've been to it before. Basically what they do is they have a lot of bodies that people have donated to science that you can look at. And one of the things they do is they give you cross-sections of bodies, which sounds morbid, but it's really interesting to look at that. So I'm going to show you some pictures, so if you don't like to see that, you can just move on. But this is actually a vertical cross-section of a human body. They went and took it and did little slices, and you could see the different structures within the body. Pretty interesting. Or we could also look at that. Here's another one. It's a little closer together. You can see the cross-section going across. Or if we were to go and do horizontal cross-sections, what the body looks like. Pretty interesting stuff. Alright, now what we're going to do is just stick with shapes. Alright, we'll make this pretty basic. Talk about how to do cross-sections. It's pretty easy. I'm going to walk you through your notes here real quick. Alright, so we're going to start with just this hypothetical situation. Whoa, making a mess. Okay, So, students in Mrs. Denton's class were given cubes made of clay and asked to slice off a corner of the cube with a piece of dental floss. Now we've got Jamal, he sliced off a corner in this way, so he took off that little chunk there, and Jabari did a little bit different. Which one of those did what you would have done? So this is just kind of trying to bring up the fact of what is a corner and things like that. You can answer that how you think is best. But the point is, when we're talking about three-dimensional objects such as cubes, prisms, pyramids, even spheres, we need to use precise language such as vertex, edge,